Hi guys, welcome back to next SamDjanShow doing the Evolution Of The MCU again. No back to next SamDjanShow to our podcast today. In the Evolution Of The MCU for you don't get subscribed and catch my other so I'm gonna go through all the movies and before I start I'm only talking about the movies, I'm not talking about the TV shows because there's so many I don't think. And there's so many to go through, so I'm just gonna go through the movies. So first we have Avengers Doomsday, that's out December next year and I'm looking forward to it. No, Doomsday is coming out this year. I'm looking forward to it. And so yeah, that's Doomsday. Deadpool Wolverine I saw this in cinema. I did like this movie. I do think the first Deadpool was better, but it's a pretty good movie. I did like the cameos. And then Captain America: Brave New World. This movie's okay. I feel like it really wasn't a Captain America movie. It was more like an Incredible Hulk sequel. And I kind of feel like Sam Wilson didn't need to be in this movie. Like the movie wasn't really about him. And there was some issues. You can tell like there was some stuff that they changed. They cut out and they reshot. But I did like Red Hulk, but yeah, and I think honestly they should have been the fifth Captain America movie, and then Falcon Whistle should have been the Captain America 4. But and as if 4 is going to be the best Fantastic Four movie, I do love this movie. I do like the '60s aesthetic, the way it looked, and yeah, it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to them in Doomsday and the sequel. And yes, we have Thunderbolts, which I was actually surprised by this. I actually did like it. Thunderbolts. I did like when they go in Sentry's mind at the end, and it was a good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was in the Avengers. And I did enjoy Thunderbolts. I thought it was really good. I wasn't expecting like this much, but I really did like it. Let's see how Avengers sequel was this out next year. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to Doomsday, and then it leads into Secret Wars. That's just my brand new day. I'm looking forward to this movie. It comes out July this year, and Zendaya coming back. Ned's coming back. Scorpion's returning since Homecoming. Tombstone is going to be in it. I'm looking forward to what they do with this. So it's my brand new day. I'm gonna watch Mania. I didn't like this movie. I saw it in the cinema twice. I thought this movie had potential, but they just didn't fully commit to it. It was about Kang and all that, and then Kang was supposed to be the future, was supposed to be the actual villain of this saga, but then the movie just wasn't great, and then the whole stuff with Jonathan Majors happened, and then they decided to just pivot from Kang and then they went to Doctor Doom, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think we're getting another Ant-Man movie. Which I think honestly Ant-Man the first movie was the best. I think that's because they saw my Edgar Wright story, but I didn't like Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Just Marvels I thought was pretty good. I wasn't expecting like this movie. I like Monica Rambeau. I liked Miss Marvel. This was I think the first time I actually pretty lost since Captain Marvel. I did like this movie. The only thing I didn't like was the villain, but other than that, I actually did like it. And we saw Beast at the end, and then Binary, and I did like this movie. So it didn't do well. I think it was the lowest gross MCU movie. Guns of the Galaxy Volume 3, great movie. James Gunn did a good job with this movie. I think he got fired from Marvel, then he came back. This was just a great ending to the trilogy. I did like his Guns of the Galaxy Volume 3. Black Panther kind of this movie's okay. I do think they should recast it to T'Challa. You can kind of, but yeah, it was kind of like a funeral movie, and just yeah, I did like Namor, but other than that, it was okay. I don't think I'll go back and watch this movie again. For Love and Thunder, I do not like this movie. It was too jokey. I did like that Natalie Portman. I think it's the first time Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth actually had chemistry. I like Valkyrie. Guardians of the Galaxy cameo was good. They wasted Christian Bale as the God Butcher. Black Widow I thought was okay. Was really good. I feel like Black Widow was a bit too little, too late. I thought she would come around Winter Soldier or Civil War. I think Civil War would have been a perfect because this is set after like during Civil War, and yeah, the fact that this movie just came out like all those years later, and then the fact that we know what's gonna happen, like because she died in Endgame, like we know she's dead, so they just decided to just cut this movie out, and so it's Black Widow. Yes, Transmovers might like this one. I think I do like it more than the first one. I do like the horror. Sam Raimi did a good job, like all the horror aspects to it. Yeah, the Illuminati, them all dying. Other than that, I do think this was a really good one. I'm still waiting Doctor Strange. I haven't announced Doctor Strange 3. I think that'll be after Secret Wars, but I think honestly it should come up before Secret Wars. But Eternals was I didn't like Eternals. I feel like it had good ideas, but they just didn't. I thought it was more show, more telling. I thought there was just too many characters, and when they died, when I think 3 of them died, I didn't really care about any of them. I feel like Eternals, they wanted it to be like the next Guardian of the Galaxy. I think that's why they pushed the Eternals so hard. But yeah, the Eternals, we don't know the future of the Eternals. They're not in Doomsday, Secret Wars. There's no, they're not, they didn't do well, so we didn't get a sequel. So I don't know what they're doing with the Eternals. Like, they wanted it to be like the next Guardians of the Galaxy, but I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought it came out the right time. Whereas I feel like Eternals, it just didn't have that appeal. And I don't think that people know the Eternals. I know people didn't know the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I feel like it had bigger names. And well, this has bigger names, but I think the only biggest names are Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek. But other than that, the characters were interesting. I think guys, like you can get on board with guys because I feel the characters were interesting. The way James Gunn made that movie, it was just so special, and it was really good. And so yeah, so No Way Home is probably the best one of the MC Spider-Man movies. I do think all the cameos, Tom Maguire, Andrew Garfield come back, and great send off for them. I think Doomsday, Tom Maguire come back on Andrew Garfield, but yeah. Ant-Man the Wasp, this movie's kind of just forgettable. Ghost wasn't a good villain, and it just wasn't. It was just typical like MCU. Like it just wasn't that great movie. Shang-Chi, I love this movie. Probably one of the best solo movies. The Mandarin was good. Simu Liu was good as Shang-Chi. This movie came out 5 years ago, and they haven't done nothing with Shang-Chi. He will be in Doomsday, I think, in Secret Wars, but they haven't done everything. They announced the sequel, they never did it, but I think it's Shang-Chi was probably one of the characters going forward. They just didn't do nothing with Shang-Chi. They still have Captain Marvel. This movie was kind of just boring, bland. I like Samuel Jackson. I just felt like Brie Larson was a good actress. And I feel like they just did show her. They just really kind of just wasted her. They just didn't really give her a good. I think her best script she could have been good, but they just didn't give her anything. And it made $1 billion, and it was something between Infinity War and Endgame. So I think that's probably why. But this movie's just about it's just bland. I wouldn't watch it again. And just Endgame, I do think very good. I don't like the beginning and the ending. The middle bit just doesn't work for me. I don't like that. But when they basically go back in time, try and travel, I don't like that bit. But other than that, everything, the ending was good. The beginning was pretty good. A culmination of all the films, and it was pretty good. And the fight against that was pretty good. And then Infinity War, which I think honestly, I'll say Infinity War was much better. And I think a lot of people agree Infinity War was much better. It was paced better. The villains were better. All the characters were better used and utilized. And I do like this movie still. I feel like it was really good. It was more emotional than Endgame, and it was really good. I do like Infinity War. Those are Far From Home. This one is okay. It's not my favorite Spider-Man movie. I guess my least favorite one. I do like Mysterio. I don't think Tom Holland's good. Samuel Jackson's good, but I think overall the story just wasn't that great. And the whole stuff with this school I just didn't like. And I liked the illusion with Mysterio. I didn't like how Mysterio was just another villain by Tony Stark. Same as Vulture. Yeah. Other than that, it just wasn't that great. It's not from home. Black Panther pretty good. I do like this movie. I think this has probably one of the best MCU villains. Other than that, my problem with this movie is the CGI. But other than that, I did like Black Panther. For Ragnarok. The Ragnarok I think was fine. It was too jokey and stuff. I did like Valkyrie. Loki was good. Thor was good. Hela, we had Thor. Other than that, it's not my favorite Thor movie. I do think it's a bit overrated. I think the way people rate this movie, but yeah, Taika Waititi. I think this is better than Love and Thunder. But other than that, it just Doctor Strange. I do think it's a good movie. I think it's kind of paint by numbers. I think it kind of just takes from other movies like Iron Man and. But I do like it. I do like Doctor Strange. I think that I do think it was really good. The visuals were really good. You know, it was kind of like Inception. I did like it. I thought it was really good. Since Doctor Strange, Captain America Civil War was pretty good movie. There's debate if it's a Captain America movie, Avengers movie, but it was pretty good. I didn't like the airplane battle. I just felt like the way it was filmed just wasn't great. It was just play fighting, but it's loosely based on Civil War. But I do like it because of its first time we were introduced to Spider-Man, and Black Panther. So it's Captain America Civil War. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I think it's the weakest one of the trilogy. It's about Peter finding out his father, and he found out his father killed his mom. Like, it was an emotional scene, and then they make a joke. But other than that, I do think the jokes they didn't land as the first one. But it was emotional. I did like Guardians 2. It's just not my favorite trilogy. Spider-Man: Homecoming, I think this one was. I like this more Far From Home. I do like Michael Keaton as the Vulture. It was good. Iron Man is I think the big problem is it's connected to the MCU. There's so many references to the MCU. I did like Iron Man was there. Some of the high school stuff was good. It was like a balance between Spider-Man and his high school life. But I do think Tom Holland was really good. Michael Keaton was good. Robert Downey Jr. was good. The There's Spider-Man: Age of Ultron. This movie is kind of my least favorite Avengers movie. I just don't. I didn't like Ultron. I thought he was just an evil Tony Stark. And if you read Ultron in the comics, he's not like that. It's just I feel like, and I feel like the problem with this movie, I just feel like there's just too much going on. Like it was trying to set up multiple movies, and I feel like it just couldn't like be like a good movie. And I don't think you can tell like there was some because it was on Disney. Like they changed some stuff behind the scenes because you watch that trailer, you see how dark it was, and then you watch the movie, it just wasn't that dark. But it did introduce the Quicksilver. They killed him off. They did one that was pretty good, Scarlet Witch. But oh no, it's just not my favorite. I do like the final battle though. But Guardians of the Galaxy, great movie. Like the fact that I didn't know the Guardians of the Galaxy, but the fact that James Gunn did it and he pulled it off, and he made one of the best superhero movies. And I do love this movie. Is this a great movie? The cast is great. You have Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Star Lord, and the soundtrack is just amazing. I just love this movie. It's really good. Iron Man, the one that started all, great movie. The fact that they started with Iron Man, but yeah, Iron Man's a great movie. I do enjoy it. It still holds up. Like him suiting up, and I think it's the first they actually used practical from then on that we use CGI. But yeah, it was a good movie. I did enjoy it. So Iron Man. Incredible Hulk, kind of an underrated movie. This is the second movie in the MCU, and I did enjoy. I think it's good. I do like this one was a bit more serious MCU movie. As Edward Norton, it's kind of forgotten because they recast him to Mark Ruffalo. But I do like how Brave New World was like kind of a sequel to it. But I do like Abomination, and yeah, the Hulk looks pretty good. I liked how the fight into when he's fighting Abomination, he makes the boxing gloves from the cop cars. It was really good. Captain America: Winter Soldier, great movie, probably one of the best sequels. I love this movie. It's just much better than the first movie. I love this movie. The whole thing with Winter Soldier, Falcon was in here, and it was a good movie. I loved Winter Soldier. I thought it was a really good movie. Much darker. This is the first movie the Russos did. Man, okay movie. I really like it. Edgar Wright was going to direct this movie, but then obviously they went with Peyton Reed. But this movie's pretty good. They kind of use Edgar Wright's script. I like how this movie is kind of like a lower. It has lower stakes compared to the other MCU, and I do like this movie. I think it's pretty good. It kind of takes off from Iron Man, but I think overall, I think it's a pretty good movie. Thor: The Dark World, pretty good. Yeah, no, pretty good. Yeah, Thor: Dark World, it's not good. I don't like the Dark Elves. I think the big problem is that the way it was shot. Like it was shot so dark you couldn't see what was going on. And I'd like Loki, that's it. But Thor, but Jane didn't need to be in this movie, and they just don't have chemistry in this movie. Her and Thor, and yeah. Third Thor, I think is pretty good. I think it's probably the best Thor. This is by Kenneth Branagh. We have a show. This is the most I think they did with Asgard. I feel like the others they just stopped using. Asgard just wasn't as prominent. And I do like outside of the Dutch, I don't like there was no chemistry between Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman. I didn't like the Dutch angles, but I do think it's a pretty good movie. Captain America: The First Avengers by Joe Johnson. I do like this one. I like how this one is set World War II, and it was a pretty good movie. I do enjoy it. I think it's the weakest of the three, but I do like Red Skull. I do think it's a good movie. So it's Winter Soldier. Iron Man 2, I don't like this movie. I find there's just too much going on. They kind of just wasted Mickey Rourke as Whiplash, but there was just too much going on to set up the universe. But I did like Justin Hammer. I don't know why they haven't used that character again. But Iron Man 2, I don't know. You can tell it was studio interference with this movie. But yeah, The Avengers, great movie. I don't think it still holds up. Like the Battle of New York is a good, like the chemistry between all the actors was really good, and the Loki was great, and it was a good movie. I did enjoy it. I thought it was entertaining, and yeah, made $1 billion. And finally we have Iron Man 3, which I don't like Iron Man 3. What they did with the Mandarin and Aldrich Killian as the villain just wasn't great. And yeah, so Iron Man 3 made $1 billion though, but I didn't like it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So much more videos for the next one.